This has been a trying year for us all, in one way or another. And it's become even more difficult as we approach this Christmas time. For some of us, that means remembering that we're not able to spend time with families. But let us not forget the message of Christmas. On the first Christmas, the time when Jesus came to earth, the day that God came and visited his own creation. It's not a story of everything going right. It's not a story of everything being easy. In fact, it's a much bigger story than the one we normally tell. It's a story of how God looked down at the beautiful creation he made, knowing that the people in his creation were separated from him. His solution to this was to send his one and only Son so that he could save the whole world. He arrived to Mary, a very young girl who was faithful to God and probably had no idea what was going on. When God spoke to her through an angel saying, "This time you are going to be giving birth to a baby boy who will save the whole world." I'm sure that threw her plans for the year right out the window and confused her to no end. And it made things incredibly difficult for her in her marriage to Joseph. They weren't actually married yet, and Joseph was really understanding in the time, but I'm sure he found it incredibly difficult, and it only became more complicated when Mary is so far gone in her pregnancy, and all of a sudden a census turns out of nowhere, saying everyone needs to return to their hometown so that they can sign a register and get counted up. The whole country had to do this. When they get there, loads of people have turned up, so there's not really much room. And that must have been so stressful and so difficult. The fact that they had to stay in a barn, basically, where the animals stayed. In that place, God was born. Jesus came to earth with the full knowledge of knowing what was going to happen. He came here not to live, but to die. And he died not for just one person, but for all of mankind. So this Christmas time, in our pain, in our struggle, in our frustration, in our difficulties, let us remember this one very important message. We may be struggling, but we are not alone in our struggles. And death is something that we've all thought about this year, but it is ultimately being defeated because of Jesus. Wherever you are, and whatever struggles you find yourself in, I pray that you have
a Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Happy Christmas.
Enjoy Christmas!
Have a good Christmas.
Have a good Christmas.
Stay safe.
a very Merry Christmas. God bless us, everyone.